most impactful policy proposal that there is around at the moment to help the government achieve its target of fastest economic growth in the G7 is indeed using the relationship reset to extract some significant improvements to the TCA. Namely, as part of this report that I mentioned earlier, we analysed what the impact would be of getting a better relationship when it comes to trading goods, so targeting SBS and technical barriers to trade chapters of the TCA. And we estimated that deep goods alignment across those two chapters could benefit the UK economy to the tune of between 1 and 1.5% GDP growth in the long term. So that's effectively saying clawing back up to a third of the GDP that we are estimated to have lost as a result of moving from European Union membership or single market membership to the TCA. And this is achievable within the negotiating red lines of no return to the single market and the customs union. If we were to include improvements to the services chapters of the TCA as well, then that number increases to 2.2%, effectively clawing back roughly half of what we are estimated to have lost as a result of the TCA. And I'd like to put this into a bit of context as well, because I agree with Dan that it isn't a binary choice between improved relations with the European Union or a free trade agreement with the US. That's not really what the debate should be about. It should be about priorities. And when it comes to priorities, then if the target is the fastest growth in the G7, then we should follow the biggest number. And the previous administration's own estimations for even optimistic estimations of the effect of an improved US-UK FTA puts the growth from that FTA at roughly 0.6% GDP in 1.6% GDP in the long run, which if you compare it to between 1.5 and 2.2%, should instruct the government as to where the priorities should lie. That does not preclude negotiating a US FTA as well, but we should put most of our efforts into that EU relationship reset one, because it will bring the biggest benefit to the UK economy. And lastly, I'd like to add that when it comes to closer trading in goods with the European Union, that's when we get a real and significant redistributive effect of that GDP growth, with the industrialised areas such as, for example, the Midlands, Yorkshire and the North East benefiting the most when it comes to GVA increases compared to where we are now.
Okay.